Hi, I'm Mike Daniels. I'm a home builder from Weston, Florida, and this is my audition video for Planet of the Apps. I'm passionate about traveling and culture. I've been around the world. I hiked in Africa, Europe, and in the jungles of South America. When I was 12 years old, I was the youngest person to ever hike the 135-mile trail of Philmont, New Mexico. I studied history and architecture in Italy, where my interest in building homes began. In my life, I've faced many challenges with the loss of some family members, but I've learned to overcome adversity by living life to its fullest. In fact, my friends made me a Dos Equis bracelet because they think I'm the most interesting man in the world. But above all, the most important thing in my life is creating new memories with friends and family. I want to talk about an app that I'm currently in the design stage of development. It will be in beta by early October. I've already invested $150,000 into its development, and now I'm looking for another $100,000 to implement a marketing strategy. I know from personal experience that when I'm in an argument with my ex-wife, I'm not able to be the best version of me for my kids in that moment. My late father used to say, "No success in life can ever compensate for the failure as a parent." I've created an app that will help parents communicate better and avoid wasting money on legal fees that should be spent on their children. My app will clear the air on many common disputes by easily constructing an incontestable and transparent audit trail of information between the two parents. I'm going to share with you 4 personal experiences that inspired the creation of my app. So in 2009, I go from designing this new house that I was planning on building to going through a divorce and not having jobs, starting a new company, and dealing with the stress of seeing it fall apart right in front of you is a very depressing thing. And during this time, your attorney is telling you, you need to be documenting everything, you need to be saving every receipt. And there was one particular event. I had a time-sharing schedule that I was supposed to deliver the children within a 2-hour window, 43 miles down where my ex was living with her parents at a certain time. I drive 43 miles down there, dropping the kids off, and I'm sitting there in front of the house, and nobody's home to receive them, and nobody's answering the phone. So I wait 30 minutes there, and I said, okay, I'm heading home. So I drive 43 miles back home. Driving home, I get a phone call from my attorney, who had just been contacted by her attorney, stating that I'm in violation of this court order. Now, I'm at this point very upset because I know I was there and I don't want to be accused of lying. Fortunately, I'd taken the turnpike, and the turnpike would show that I exited the toll. So accessing my records, I was able to show that I exited the toll just a mile from our house within that time frame, and so I was cleared of this particular accusation. But what if I had taken another road? What if that road had had an accident on it and I took another road? Well, then I would have had to go to court. I have 5 minutes to prove myself to a judge, and the judge, it'd be completely up to his or her subjectivity as to whether I'm lying or she's lying. And that kind of anxiety that you feel keeps you up at night because it can completely alter the whole future of my relationship with my kids. I thought about this geo-pinpoint locator feature for my app, which I could have just arrived at the house. I could have pulled out my phone and simply pushed a button, and it would have dropped a pin, giving me a time, date, and stamp location of where I am. She would have gotten a notification on her phone showing on the record that I am there. Issue closed. There's no reason to contact lawyers. She would have gotten it instantly. No $800 have been wasted on those legal fees for this issue. It would have just saved us immensely and a lot of stress and money. The next feature of my app I call involuntary expenses. These are your medical insurance, your dental, your ortho, co-pays, school supplies, lunch money, field trip money, anything that the children, any cost they incur. What ends up happening is just a lion's share gets paid by one parent while the other parent says, oh, they totally duck away from it all. And it becomes very frustrating. And in fact, it starts to burn you up, especially when you don't get credit for doing something. So with this feature of the app, you would be able to link your debit card or credit card, both parents, to the app, and bam, you've paid for it, and the other parent receives a notification saying, yeah, these expenses were just incurred, and they could see through them. They say, oh, okay, and they could either settle up or they can make their own expenses, and this would alleviate so much. First of all, the courts, family courts, are backed up like 3 months just to get a court date, and they'll even tell you then, go to mediation first. To get them before a judge takes a long time, and during that time to document, saving receipts, and I had to go back and have dental offices reprint all these different visits that I had in doctor's offices. I had to contact 2 different banks, had to contact my insurance company, dig up into the archives. They charge you for that, oh, by the way. And then I had to take the whole mess and just dump it at my attorney's office, and they charge me then to sift through it all and put it in a court-ready format in order to present to the judge. See, with this feature, every time you go anywhere with your phone, you'd be creating this audit trail that's totally transparent, that is incontestable, and with one push of a button, the app would be able to send you a court-ready report of all of this stuff, and that you can just take and go straight to court. Saves you gobs of money. The third feature of my app is a simple time-sharing calendar. It's a calendar that allows both parents to trade days, forfeit days to each other, and keep the record straight. And it would totally make the lives of children less stressful. The last feature of my app is a simple text messaging feature. I was inspired to do this because my attorney had advised me to correspond only in email with my ex. And so with this feature, you'd have the ease of text messaging with the admissibility of emails. And all you'd have to do is press on the file and say, please let me purchase this court-ready document. The court-ready document would be sent to your email for each one of those 4 by 1 or all 4, whatever you need. And simply taking those, the record is clear, it's transparent, and you are good. And you would save tons of money in court, and people would be happier, and kids would be living with parents who are able to be that best version of themselves for their kids.